When I was in 8th grade, way back in 1962, my teacher asked us to envision the future. I was very happy about the assignment because I was a fan of both science and science fiction, so I figured I could nail it. I envisioned a world in which all the houses were made of high-impact plastic. Everything in them was plastic too, including all fabrics, drapes, rugs, clothes too. Each house was kind of like a car wash. At the push of a button, sprinklers would wash everything down, followed by a blast of microwave energy to dry everything off. Obviously, one had to step outside while this comprehensive cleaning took place, but that was never a problem because the weather was scheduled. No more rained-out picnics or ball games, and there was always a white Christmas. We had bent Mother Nature to our will. I hasten to add, for those in the cheap seats, we have not yet achieved weather control, although many on the extreme right are convinced we have, and that all the recent extreme weather events are just a Democratic plot to advance the Green New Deal. Some people will believe literally anything if it fits with their worldview, no matter how crazy. For example, there are those who still think Donald Trump is intelligent. Back to my 8th grade prognostications. One whole wall of the living room in my plastic house was a TV screen with the image in 3D and color. There was also a computer room, literally. The computer took up the whole room. I wasn't forward-looking enough to envision I might one day be carrying a computer around in my pocket that was far more powerful than UNIVAC, the most powerful computer of that day. One could use this computer to order whatever one needed for delivery. Money had long since been eliminated, and all our necessities were supplied by the government. I guess I was a democratic socialist even then. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner came in pill form from a wall dispenser, perfectly formulated for your age and physiology. You got a stick of gum with the pills to exercise your jaw muscles so they didn't atrophy. I guess I had forgotten that taste, aroma, and texture make eating far more than just a necessity, but remember I was tossing this off as a homework assignment, not composing a scientific treatise. Even children had their own car because cars were self-driving and all one had to do was punch in the coordinates of your destination and the car would take you there. They could fly too, of course, so the need for highways was eliminated. We hadn't conquered death yet, but we were working on it. Most people lived to be 200 years old because poverty, crime, disease, and war were ancient history. I thought I had created the perfect world, and you must admit I came pretty close on some elements of my projections. So I handed in my theme. Yes, teachers back then really called them that, just like in A Christmas Story. With that reference, I'm sure you know what comes next. My teacher, a very religious woman who was also my Sunday school teacher, so I had to put up with her 6 days a week, not just 5, and who never hesitated to impose her beliefs on the lessons she taught, had scribbled on my paper in red ink. "You have a good imagination, but some of your ideas are un-American." She underlined un-American twice. Wow, already labeled a pinko and not yet in high school. No wonder I turned out the way I did.